Hello, everyone, here from the Game channel. Welcome back to the New Order, the last days of Europe, and to my Italian Empire playthrough, where today we should be returning to the good old democracy. It should be happening because, well, we're definitely going to have Ciano's his goodbye, his farewell. We just have. Don't have as many events to go along with some of the. Oh, we've got the King's. Oh God. Okay, maybe there is. So there's 4 in there. We're gonna get Exile Scorza as well today, because right now he still is the head of the government, even though fascism really does have no place in the pie anymore. Conflict-wise, I don't know what's gonna happen. I know there's this war currently ongoing over here in Ausland. I think that might actually be one of the only wars. Nope, no it's not. There's plenty ongoing. We have the South African War still raging on. The German-Danish War is underway as well. Really? Oh, Denmark is actually getting destroyed. Alright, let's go ahead and remove Umberto's power. The Abertine Statute, Italy's constitutional law, has been written in 1848, more than 100 years ago. It's noted, however, for being a flexible constitution, which means that the laws that make up the statute can be changed relatively easily, unlike those of the constitutions of several other countries. Constitutions, oh my gosh, such as that of the United States. I can't believe I said constitutions wrong. Right, so Denmark's losing. What other conflicts have we got going on? We have the South African one. Kemerovo and the Black Army are currently butting heads in what appears to be a very anticlimactic looking war. Siberian Soviet is in charge, but despotism looks like it is getting very popular. Kemerovo. How many divisions are they fighting each other with? 6 and 8, 6 and 10. Black Army should be winning that. South Africa's looking very interesting. I have to say, that's the first time I've seen this Madagascar win. Yeah, you're not doing great. The Great Hungarian Game. Oh! Oh, the Italo-German Great Game. Ah, well, it's time to put the Germans in their place. So we're currently chilling at 4. We need a big boy. 3 to 4. Trade relations with the Germans goes now. Ha ha ha. Let's do that one. Because if we get up to 8, then do we have the 1 to 2 as a possibility? Actually, it'd be ideal if we got a 3 from this. Right, what? Oh, the King's Speech. What happened? The Aryan Brotherhood's going after the Order of St. George. Right, good for them. Let's restore the Chamber of Deputies. In 1939, the Italian lower house was suppressed and replaced by a Chamber of Fisci Incorporations, an unelected legislative organ which was made up of members of the Grand Council and other several key fascist figures, including heads of the economic corporations. Okay. In a speech broadcasted through national radio, His Majesty King Umberto II de Savoy, King of Italy, Emperor of Ethiopia, First Marshal of the Empire, has spoken about the recent modifications of the Albertine Statute, Italy's constitutional law. In particular, the King gracefully accepted and welcomed the new limitations posed by law in his person, and swore to comply with them in order to follow the will of the Italian nation, which I serve. In particular, the recent modifications imposed by Ciano and agreed upon by King Umberto remove the King's power to appoint ministers, dissolve Parliament, and to make it possible for His Majesty to veto laws in the Parliament. From now on, unless these new laws are changed again by Parliament, the King will effectively lose all political power in Italy and continue existence as a mere figurehead. It was already well known that Umberto II was very engaged with the political matters of the kingdom, and that he enjoyed mutual trust and friendship with Ciano. However, few would have speculated the King would willingly renounce all political power for him and his descendants. Strangely, this news has been welcomed by both the left and the right wing, as many fascists still hold true to the original Republican ideas of the PNF. Right, so let's see what we're going to get here. I'm hoping it's going to be very favourable for us. Give us a 3. Well, Denmark lost, and now they are... Oh, the occupational authorities are in control. Poland's probably going to get invaded soon, aren't they? Poor Poland. Damn it, they hit us with an 8. I could risk it. I could risk it. Could risk it. I think what we'll do is we'll just chill on that. I don't think I want to risk it. Maybe the Germans might risk it. Who knows? Oh well, they are going in. They are reconnecting with the old friends. I don't know what that's going to give them, but hopefully it'll end in disaster for them. Now let's get to early industrial robotics. The Italian lore house since 1939 has been represented by the Camera de Fasci del Corporazio. I've definitely said them all wrong. An unelected assembly made up of important representatives of the regime. In theory, it was supposed to be the main organ of the fascist political edifice, but in practice it was filled by yes-men who did nothing more than put a rubber stamp on Mussolini's orders. Ciano has demanded the dissolution of it, which will be replaced by a democratically elected deputy. A new camera will also function in tandem with the Senate in a regime of perfect bicameralism? Well, I don't even know what the hell that is. Okay, that's cool. Open up the Senate. The Senate, Italy's upper house, was the only major governmental organ that was left relatively untouched by Mussolini's fascist reforms. However, Mussolini exploited the fact that, according to the Albertine statute, senators could be nominated for life directly by the king. Thus, in order to ensure domination of the Senate, the Duce simply strong-armed the king to appoint senators, which were in reality selected by him. Gosh, Manuel was just a pushover, really. Oh, more wars are breaking out. Divine mandates at war with who? They're probably just going to declare war on everyone. Oh, Kamchatka. This conflict looks like it's going nowhere. Oh, the South African war ended. Oh. You won. And that means these boys are probably going to collapse now. But how did they win when the Boer Republic's still here? Ah, way. They went way over. Idiots. Who that? I don't think I've had Costani do so well. The Senate, one of the few pre-fascist political organisms that was left mostly untouched by Mussolini's reconstructing of Italian politics, is still, however, packed full of senators for life appointed by the former Duce. Remarkably, just in 1939, 212 people were made senators for a decree signed by the king, who was strong-armed by Mussolini. Ciano has ordered that all senators for life will lose their status after the coming elections, thus ensuring a full reset of the Senate. Out with the old, in with the new. Let's dissolve the Grand Council. Ciano has never lacked courage, nor the willingness to seize history with both hands and act. Even the Duce himself is aware of the magnitude of this decision. Dissolve the Grand Council of Fascism, the main governing body of fascist Italy since 1920s. It is to break forever with the path laid out by Benito Mussolini and his legacy. To do so is to question the very idea of fascism, the very idea of what it means to govern Italy, since the weak pre-fascist state was cast aside. I really hope we win this Hungarian game. I really do, because then that will have... Well, it's going to be very beneficial for us. And then we just need to get, like, Romania to join us. We need to create a faction. We need to create a faction. I don't know if that's what we'll get, because I don't think they'll become a puppet of us. I'm not too sure what's going to happen. Hopefully we'll be in an alliance. In that case, bugger you, Germany. Ah, okay. Tumen is going after Sverdlovsk. Kaganovich, I've not actually seen you win, so this could be interesting. I don't think Rokozovsky is going to go down without a fight, though. Ilya does have 1 division more, and it's only 3,000 stronger. That could be interesting. Okay, today Ciano has passed what might be his most controversial law, the one that would dissolve the Grand Consiglio del Fascismo, the most important executive body of the fascist regime. The Grand Council of Fascism won't be the only organism that will be dissolved, but with it the various fascist unions and syndicates. The MVSN and several others will be eliminated. Right, repeal the Acerbo laws. The Acerbo laws, named for their prominent Giacomo Acerbo, were the means by which Mussolini gave the PNF a majority in Italian parliament, allowing fascism to Televised hold over Italy. Yeah, so let's get rid of those. Then we'll end the monopoly. The President Supreme Soviet declared war on the all-Russian government of Amur. Oh ho ho, it's Irkutsk. Going in. Division. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I went and check your divisions. Conflicts actually occurring over here now. 8 to 9 against 5 to 6. Yeah, you should win that. Oh, it's down to 2-horse race over here. We have General Berserk Lettland and Reichskommissariat Ausland. You're not in a good position at all. No, really not in a good position. Well done. Right, end the monopoly. The PNF has completely dominated Italian politics for nearly 4 decades. After successfully removing their enemies, there has been no opposition to its rule. Now that they are restoring Italian democracy, there are many who want nothing more than to maintain the PNF as a fixture in national politics. Yes, but that is not going to be the case. Industrial equipment and agricultural will both improve. One of them will rapidly improve, in fact. That is good. Look at this, all in the up. We do need to sort out our army, though. I do not like the political interference. I would like a professional army, please. We have no space for your, you know, your incompetency. Lyndon B. Johnson inaugurated as President of the United States. Good for him. Oh, there goes the shield. It's gone. It's gone. It is now just one. And they'll probably break away as well. Like they usually do. They'll explode. And Slovakia just got taken over by the Germans. Oh! Okay, then it's just joined up with them. That's fine. Open up the franchise. Italy has not been a democracy in a very long time, and it shows. There are many teething problems that we have encountered in the process of forging our new form of government. Most recent is the fact that we have incredibly restricted voting rights. Women can only vote for local elections, and seeing even a single woman elected to office is impossible in the current climate. We need to change these, frankly, archaic laws so that all people of Italy can have their voices heard. Not only half of them. Fantastic. That's going to improve poverty rate as well as Sogno's influence with the Regio Esercito. And Aryan Brotherhood is continuing their warpath. Going to war with Samara, who does potentially... Oh. Yeah, even their lowest army is so much better than the Aryan Brotherhood. So that might be the end of them. Unless they manage to maybe get encirclement. It looks like Sverdlovsk is going to lose as well. The Marshal has failed. Lazar Kaganovich is going to unify that. It looks like, yeah, Zhukov, you've absolutely bottled it, mate. Right, nice. We only have this side to go, and then we can do one last goodbye. In the organisation, the Duce is to face the fact that the greatest threat to his project is his own party. Wow. Of course it is. Hopefully there's not too many... I didn't want to do that, I wanted to win that. I don't think there's too many events. Oh, get event blank there. We don't get any events for those. Or there. Okay, we don't get any events aside from this first one, so we can just blitz through these without stopping. Nice. I'm an idiot. Oh. Okay, we have one. Oh, I'm an idiot. At least I can get 2 in. Oh, I'm an idiot. I was like, oh, the Hungarian game. I better go back to that. I like to think we should be fine-ish with it. How wonderful. That's a great event. Thank you. Expel the hardliners. Every party has its liberalizers and its hardliners, and all but the most totalitarian of political systems, and for its posturing as an entirely unified party, the PNF is no exception, as the proceedings of Verona showed only so clearly. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the hardliners. National Socialism. Yep, that's going to be gone. We're going to have no fascism, no National Socialism in the party at all, even though the fascists still have control. Which is just great, really. Damn it, I just caught onto that. So hopefully, just give us a 2. A 2 or a 3. And then we'll be 2 up on them. And then we just need to win the 3rd one, and then it doesn't matter about the other 2. I feel like Kostani is going to unify Kazakhstan. Wow. Zukov is gone. Right, goodbye, Scorza. Despite the fact that Scorza's ideas were clearly defeated at the Congress of Verona, he still seems to have a belief that the hardline fascism is the future for Italy. Well, it would be great if Italy could just ignore Scorza. The idea he represents still is much too attractive to many people. It's obvious that we need to find a way to handle Scorza so he cannot continue to spew his outdated ideas. We cannot arrest him, or just have the black shirts go after him, as he is still much too powerful for that. No, we shall promote him into an army role and ship him off to some other place to squash a rebellion or something along those lines. Goodbye. You have no place, as our Dino Grande. Can we see who Dino Grande is? No, we cannot. But Dino Grande is going to become the head of the government for the time being, anyways. Oh yeah, we got that second win, boys. We got that second win. Let's go for the hat trick, and then we don't need to win the other two. We'll have one. Hungary will be ours. Oh, it's such a shame that Scores is going to go. Such a terrible, terrible shame. Scores his new job. Oh, I didn't realize there was an event in there. Oh, Scores his new job. Right, now let's remove the uneducated. As the Great Crisis of the 50s rocked Italy, more and more people were chosen for positions purely based on ideology over education. The belief always was that even if one lacked education, their patriotic zeal and superior fascist ideology would make up for it, and that anyone who was a true believer could not be truly incompetent. What a terrible way to think. His faction shared his attempted coup of the PNF foiled. Scorza has been much quieter since the Verona Congress, stepping down from the position of secretary of the PNF and being content to live as just another fascist uniform among any others. However, in his wisdom, the Duce has decided that Scorza's talent was wasted in Italy and decided to assign him to a delicate and important diplomatic position as an ambassador to the Caribbean island nation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Wow. Wow, he really has been sent to deal with something of the utmost importance. If we look where St. Oh, I don't think it's actually called Kitts and Nevis. Oh, there it is. Right there. He's away doing a diplomatic mission to here. That is a sad existence for Scorza, but do we really care? No, we don't. And Dino's here now. Dino Grande. We also have Rafael. I'm not going to even try to pronounce his second name. Sadly, I will not be able to say that right. Giuseppe Pella and Giovanni Di Lorenzo. I think Di Lorenzo stayed. I don't think we changed them over. Or did we? No, don't think so. 80s artillery. Not the 80s, 60s. When the hell would that be in the 80s? What an idiot. Let's get civilian construction 3 and then I'll get military construction 3. That'll be good stuff. Ah, yes, back in here. We're only on 4. Gosh dang. Yeah, give me that. 2 to 4. That'll be good. Right, dissolve the black shirts. The, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Or, as they are commonly known as, the black shirts have been a major arm of the Italian government. They've been used to threaten, harass, or even kill political opponents to the fascist regime. Those times, however, were different times. The ideas of free democracy were attacked and strangled by the black shirts. We cannot maintain such an organization if we are to create a working democracy, as the black shirts will merely attack those who promote radical ideas. Goodbye. It's time for you to go. Okay, Nowa Polska is getting invaded. Polish rule. So these are actually Polish troops. Nowa Polska. Sadly, I don't think they're going to win though. Yeah, they only have 3 divisions. Kostani has 3 divisions as well. Okay, that's pretty evenly matched. Amur and Tursk are now... Yeah, everybody's at war with the Divine Mandate of Siberia. They're all at war with one another. So that's going to have an interesting conclusion. And Kemerovo just bet the Black Army, which leaves Novosibirsk and Kemerovo to fight it out. Sverdlovsk's holding on. Don't quite know how. The Battle of Barcelona. Oh, I'd like to see if we can maybe befriend the French later on. I don't know if that's going to be possible, because then if we get them, then maybe we can take out the Spanish. Send them home, or hand them over. Amongst the Italian government, there are many less than democratic organisations. Among them, the OVRA. We, to be frank, have no idea of their services anymore, as the legitimate democracy probably doesn't spy on their civilians and make the controversial ones vanish suddenly. We shall dissolve these organisations and have the old secret police return home. This move has garnered much controversy amongst the dwindling hardliners who say that we will leave thousands without a job. As much as it may be hard to admit, they do have a point, and we need to give them a pension of sorts as well, so the secret police didn't turn into drunkards and hooligans as the black shirts did. Dissidents were merely shot in exile. However, memory when president and were left the road. As Italy continues reform the rock, protests have sprung to free these political prisoners. Well, it's heartwarming to see that the Italian people are actually exercising their right. It does mean that we actually have an obligation to listen to protesters to free the prisoners, most of them probably being wary of getting into politics. But hopefully they will not do something stupid like join the rebel brigades or attempt to kill the entire Italian government. In fact, let us hope that instead they'll enter politics and outland them. No, we'll go for send them home. We'll go for send them home. And we are winning again. Ah, the MVSN has been abolished. That's good. That's good. Borgia's influence with the Cabrera. Okay. That's fine. I think this is okay doing that. Right, back up here. To the good stuff. Crap, Germany's going to win this one. Well, might as well risk it for a chalky biscuit.
The chances of us hitting a 2 here, though.
You lucky boy, Germany. Dischler wins in Ausland. Oh, okay. Okay. Right, open up the party. While Ciano has plans to eventually dissolve the PNF to allow other parties to take its place, we can't immediately do such an action. We first need to allow anyone, no matter their ideology, to enter the party. This will hopefully help sideline anyone who wants to maintain the PNF's dominance. At the same time, we must remove all laws given to the PNF. Preferential status. We've already begun this process, but it's necessary to guarantee the PNF can become sidelined eventually, so that we aren't left with random positions that can only be given to those of a certain party due to our own negligence. Let's just get rid of that so we can do Ciano's farewell. So long, Ciano, and it means I'm going to have to change the thumbnail. Did we get lucky? Oh my days, we did. How on earth have we managed that? Suppose the hardliners. Let's remind them of Germany's betrayal. Do not join them. They've already betrayed you once. They can do it again. And why join Germany when you can join me? We're in a much better position. Well, actually, maybe not go that far. 40 to 90, 45, 9 divisions, 44. Yeah, we wouldn't survive if we went to war. Anyways, for one last time, the Fascist Senate, the Chamber of Fascism Incorporation, and Grand Council have reunited. In final meeting before all three dissolved, for one last time, Ciano took the floor, addressing all three in 3 separate meetings. All the rooms were packed, the seats were filled, and journalists swarmed around the elegant Roman palaces. The fascist regime was officially about to end its own existence. Ciano delivered a very similar speech all 3 times. He fondly remembered the days of Mussolini, spent a few somber words to remember the tragedies of the last World War, and spoke fiercely about his own role as Italy's Duce. He openly admitted that much of what he did was controversial, an abrupt change from the glorious recent past of Italy. Tension was clearly hanging in the air as he outlined the sheer change that the PNF, the government, and the very country had undergone in his years as Duce. But that tension was dissolved and erupted all 3 times into thundering applause as Ciano thanked his audience and left the floor for the last time. And all 3 times as the applause died down, a moment of silence slowly filled the air. Only time will tell what that silence will be followed by. So long, Ciano. So long. Well, he's not gone just yet, but you know, he's going. And then the race begins. With the Duce officially out of the picture, the electoral campaign has truly begun in full force. Start of the campaign. I'm gonna get those social conservatives in. Gonna be sad to see Ciano go. Pakistan becomes independent. Good for them. Good for them. It's only 1965. We really haven't done much. Well, actually, we've done quite a lot, considering it. You know, it's only been. What year does it start in? 62? Has that been 3 years? Well, today His Majesty King Umberto II de Savoy, King of Italy, Emperor of Ethiopia, First Marshal of the Empire, has received and accepted a letter from His Excellency Ciano, Court of Cortellazzo and Pucari, First Marshal of the Empire, in which the latter formally resigned his position of Prime Minister of the country. The King has gracefully accepted to preside over the transition period, acting as the supreme executive power in Italy until the elections have taken place. This moment marks a historic landmark for Italy and will forever be remembered as a day when the birthplace of fascism decided to abandon that system and return to democracy. In the shade of great monuments of the fascist era, such as the EUR district in Rome, large crowds celebrate the beginning of a new era, which will mean freedom, prosperity and happiness for all. Optimism is universal at this point, as all major political factions think they have a good shot at winning the elections. The predictions made by the media are completely inconsistent, with some polls predicting a victory for the Liberals, others bet on the leftists, and a few are even adamant that it will be a neo-fascist who will secure the mandate. No one knows who will win the battle of democracy, but one thing is certain: Ciano, the Duce, that ended fascism, has won his own battle. So long, Ciano. So Umberto has taken control right now. The race begins. Let's do it. Democracy returns to Italy. Democracy shines in the Mediterranean once more. It does indeed. And hopefully we can win this. The Indonesian War has started. Wow, we seriously must have just got... Did we get anything from that? Gosh, we're kind of lagging behind here. We can get some more in. Just need to beat them Germans. Need to beat them Germans. Gosh, we're still losing political power, which is not great. I still blame it on having this. Exert an influence. Which, you know, we're not actually doing to anybody. It's how broken Greece isn't with us anymore. The race begins. Is there anything for us to, like, do on here? I'll fund the project. We're 31% now. Still working at a bloody sluggish pace, though. Let's survey a project. Ah! So, the start of the campaign. The Italian people were used to turning on their TVs in the evening and finally relaxed after a long day of work, which the amenities that RAI, the state television, usually offered. Exotic documentaries on the remote corners of the empire, thrilling love dramas and gospel celebrities and socialites. This evening they saw something they had never seen on TV before: political debate. In a modestly arranged television studio room, three men sat on uncomfortable looking plastic chairs, exchanging fulminating looks as journalists interrogate them on various topics. Answering to a question in his economic programme, Aldo Moro, with a slow but determined voice, said, "We do not say that the state should control all economic activities. The state, in the complexity of its powers, should not preclude individual initiatives, but it should coordinate, discipline, and orient them." Questioned on a more openly socialist points of the agenda, Nini, with a fiery and uncompromising tone, answered, "I shall be blunt. Socialism is nothing more than to bring forward those who were born in the back ranks." Finally, Almirante asked about his opinions of fascism and democracy, answered with a sly smile. "I was born and raised under fascism, and I believe it is so much that I excused or ignored all its mistakes. That's in my past, our past. We cannot deny it. We should try to let its valid aspects stay alive. As families and households around Italy have their eyes fixated on their TV screens, everyone, even the children, who could barely understand what those three old man suits were talking about, instinctively knew that this was merely the start of something bigger." Right, let's just save here in case I choose the wrong guys. I'm going to go with Moro. I think that's the right guy. Moro seems to be most reasonable. Good, 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 good. Moro. Right, we need to come back in here though, because we're still losing. Give me that 1, 2, 3. That's all we're going to be able to do, because we do not have the political power to do that one. Women in politics. In a quickly changing world, social roles and convention are often revealed to be much less eternal or unchangeable than they seem. With a wave of liberalisation, many of the most active members of the new Italian parties and political associations belong to gentle sex, and their political affiliation may be surprising. Carla De Poli, director of one of the most widespread BN newspapers, The Italian, has published a heartfelt appeal to Italian women to reject the siren calls of the rising feminist movement and rediscover the profundity of their traditional role as queens of the household and keepers of the hearth. Still by far the louder voices come from the left. Lena Merlin, a prominent member of the PSI and a candidate for Parliament in FD, has become the face of the Italian feminist movement, campaigning in favour of the of egalitarian laws in matters of divorce and inheritance, and full abolition of state-run brothels, and funding the Unionese Difesa della Donna, a lobbying organisation uniting numerous pro-feminist organisations across the country. A centre's answer was not long awaited. In a heartfelt speech before a DC rally, Tina Anselmi, a rising star of the Catholic movement, has stressed the need for Italian women to advance alongside the rest of the country, advocating for equal opportunities in the workplace with fair wages, more social security, and better schooling directed at women in the rural parts of the country. As many Italian women and girls feel that for the first time they've been given a voice, now the world of politics wonders how they will use it. Equal opportunities benefit not just women, but all of Italy. Stuff the traditionalists. Get away with that, we don't need this. Just see if I end up with a party that no one wanted me to play as. It's going to be like, oh great, no point in actually asking anyone for their opinions. I've done the complete opposite. Oh gosh, student in politics, right. The young generations have always been politically active in Italy, and fascism tends to channel energy of youth into the Gruppi Università Fascisti, a similar organisation, Italian university, a tradition of being involved in the country's political life. Particularly, many Italian youngsters were attracted by the promise of liberalisation of culture and academia offered by the left. And when Marxist and socialist literature is spreading like wildfire, organisations like the Italian Socialist Youth Federation, that the Movimento Studentesco, a plethora of others are swelling their ranks at an impressive pace, and the first rivalries between different strands of socialist and communist ideologies are already starting. To every action corresponds a reaction from the right. I don't care what the right's thinking. Somewhat unexpectedly, due to radicalism and idealism typical of the youth, the centre has managed to attract a fair share of young men and women too. Azone Cattolica and other Catholic movements, which even the fascist regime couldn't touch, are now becoming more important than ever, using Catholic strongholds like the University of Sacred Heart in Milano as their headquarters. It's hard to tell how much their recent growth is due to genuine conviction or to opportunism on the students' part. The Catholic movement shall spread far and wide. Indeed it will, indeed it will. Far and wide to all corners of the empire. Oh, please. It's going to be another draw. It's going to be another draw, but if it is another draw, we've won. Hallelujah. Hungary, join us. Is there a Romanian game as well? I hope so. Stuff you, Borman. No one likes you. Yeah, the elephant in the room. You're fat ass. Oh, great joke, dude. You have to laugh at yourself. Great. Minorities in politics. Do you know what? Stuff whatever the left's saying. Stuff whatever the right's saying. And hello to, Oh, no. That's not the right way. Okay, I'm going to have to read this. Italy has always been a diverse place in matters of culture and language. The annexation of vast amounts of land in World War II did nothing to ameliorate the issue. Now in every corner of the country, minority populations celebrate the return to democracy as the end of the fascist oppression that consistently denied them the right to speak their language and practice their culture. En masse, numerous upstart politicians from South Tyrol to Libya are joining the ranks of FD, a new organisation like Val d'Aosta's Union Vadotain, led by Severin Caveri, and Malta Partit Labrista, led by Dom Mintoff, are allying with the leftist coalition, hoping to secure equal rights. Right, that's the leftist, so this is the boys we're needing. A prominent strand of movements, however, often wary of leftists exposed by FD, have begun gravitating towards DC. Instead, the most prominent of these are oh my gosh, led by Silvius Magnago, the Seznam Solanov, led by Engelbert, represent the German and Slavic communities in South Tyrol, and the Italian Eastern Marches, respectively. Focused on economic and administrative autonomy, they often represent the conservative and liberal-minded upper and middle classes. They deserve autonomy. They deserve the autonomy. Damn it. No! They pipped it right at the end. Oh, you lucky boys. Then again, that's turn 4. So this is either going to end in a draw or we're going to lose. Oh, we're going to win. We're not going to lose. Damn it, they pipped it right at the end. Right at the bloody end. You jammy boys, Germany. Jammy boys. Send engineers to the 4. To the 4 is a good shout. To the 4 is a good shout. Give us a 3, and then hopefully we can hit another 3. Military and politics. Right. Okay, openly proclaiming the support for that we should heed Messi's advice. Giovanni Messi has openly proclaimed sports. Yes. Messi is right. Messi is the boy. Come on, when will the elections end? Or when will we have the elections? Come on, people, get to voting. Why does it look like you're going after the Rhineland? Or doing something in the Rhineland? Ah, right, that's fine. The voices of the workers. Ah, yes, the Catholic doctrine shall enlighten the country's economy. Indeed, it shall. Indeed, it shall. Okay, some more wars breaking out in Russia. Sverdlovsk is still holding on, and Samara is so close to having killed everybody already. The Divine Mandate may actually lose this. They could lose this. Holy crap. Their army is so much weaker compared to them. Oh, 6 to the 4. Let's go to the 4. Come on. Guarantee Hungary's independence. Hit us with that 4. And then we can put the Germans in their place. I don't really want to draw. Then nobody gets them. The church's involvement, as Jesus was the first socialist. What? The church shall support the party of Catholics. I'm sorry I'm not reading all these, but oh, I just can't be bothered. There's so much reading. I just want to get my boy elected. Ah, there we go. I was wondering when that was going to kick off. We have 5 to 7 against 6 to 8. They have a smaller army, because even at their lowest, it's higher than their max near enough. Support companies. Dun, 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 dun. Let's grab you. Tactical supports. Ah, piss, we only got 8. Oh. Right, we'll see what the Germans land on. I'll wait until there's 10 days left and see what we're sitting on. Minor parties. Oh, right. Just look for mention the Catholic Party. Catholic. Very as radical. That's the people deserve freedom. Italian Liberal Party, led by must protect the interests of Italian businesses. The people deserve freedom. Right. Fairly small, but certainly very loud party. It's the Radical Party, led by no, we don't want the Radicals. The Italian Republican Party. Oh, I'm just gonna go with them. I don't know, and I don't care. Probably shouldn't be saying that, because eventually I'm going to be stuck with someone. Oh, yep, Samara has unified already. So, goodbye, Andre. It was nice having you, but you're now going to die. Okay, we're still winning. And China and Yunnan are going at it. 10 to 18. Whew. You actually do have a better army. China may have waited to... Wow, Kemerovo got destroyed bloody well quickly. Good job. Now we have the Central Siberian Federation. Good for them. The eve of the election. Okay. DC, vote DC. I don't know if that's the right one, but I'm sure people will tell me. If it is the wrong one, guys, after this episode, I will go back and change it in the next episode. Oh. Yes, victory for the Democrazia Cristania. I think that was the right ones to go. Viva la DC. Aldo Moro is here. And we do have... Oh. Oh, what? Hermann Göring has to be fewer to do that. Oh, boo. Mission to Bucharest. Oh, Budapest into Bordeaux. Oh, boo. So that part of the tree is completely bloody useless. That's nice. I guess we'll start with the Dominus Marie Congress, but Yeah, actually we will. It's one of Italy's first elections since the end of fascism, of course. Now that the post-victory euphoria has subsided, the party must get to work and actually govern. Though naturally, the different factions of the party have varying ideas of what government should entail. So, liberal democracy. I don't think that was the right lot, guys. I don't think. I'm gonna wait and see what everyone says. And if it is wrong, I will go back and change it. I can assure you of that. Just gonna see if we can win this. For the time being. I think we should. Unless the Germans are gonna, like, get it right at the end again. Civilian Construction 3. Fantastic. Let me go ahead and grab you. Okay, it looks like the Germans are not doing it this time. Give me that 3. Give me it. Ha 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 ha. Hungary sides with Italy. Fantastic. Get that roundy. Okay, anyways guys, I'm gonna leave that episode there. So if I don't know, liberal democracy, I think everyone was wanting to do is, like, I've got social conservatives. I don't know if I've chose the right one, because social democracy is surely social conservatives. Or conservative democracy. Which bloody one, guys? Which one was I supposed to do? I'll let you guys tell me. But until then, guys, take care. Cheer bye. The now.